Hello and welcome back. Well, I got some new tires for the buckboard flyer. These knobby tires are not wearing very good. In fact, the drive wheel is completely worn out. I got two of them just to make sure they're going to work, and I'm going to put them on the front first. The only concern I have is that if you remember on the past video, I shaved the tread on the knobby tires to make them round. Hopefully these tires are a little better quality. Of course, I don't know how much of that was the rim. The rims were quite a ways out of line and I had to true them up. And I had to balance them too, so all that's kind of on the fence. But this should be like a bicycle wheel, I hope. Hopefully this comes off okay. Hopefully I can get it off without destroying the inner tube. And that's what I made these for. Hopefully I made them right and they work good. One trick is to make the tire narrow so that it goes into this deeper part of the rim on the other side. In other words, it can't be on the bead. Wow. Well, I got a feeling these are a little bit too wide. Let me try grinding these narrow. Well, maybe I just need to round off a screwdriver. Well, I got it now. Hopefully I didn't puncture the tube. I think a narrower, smaller blade would be better than this. The idea was to not destroy my inner tube. I may just use screwdrivers and hope for the best. I've done this quite a bit with bicycles, and the tools were considerably smaller. Probably should have bought some bicycle tools. I don't know where you'd find them, probably Amazon. Well, I hope that tire that goes on here is, hope I can get it on there. Okay. Now, gotta take this inner tube out. This inner tube has a nut on it, which is a good idea. Well, I don't see any damage, so that's a good thing. Okay, I read that soapy water works as a lubricant to help you get that tire on there. There's a special lubricant for that. I don't know what it is, don't have any, so I'll get some soapy water. Maybe I should have put some soapy water around that one I was trying to get off. Well, that seems to go on there just with finger pressure pretty good. It's a good sign. There's an arrow on the tire for direction of rotation. I guess it's for the tread to expel water. Not that that matters. I'm not going to drive my buckboard flyer in the rain. That nut on there is kind of handy. More I push down on this side, the more it comes out on that side. Let's see. That might help. Trying to get that inner tube in there is kind of a pain, but it's in there now. Look at that, look at that. Heck yeah. They always say the best way to install the tires is without any tools, but I wasn't strong enough to do that. Hey, let me get some air and we'll see what that does. Forgot to put the valve stem back in there. Valve stem valve, I don't know, whatever you call it. Looks okay. Now, before I do anything else, I probably should set up my balancer. See what it does. I'm going to say that's close enough. Apparently my table saw is fairly level. Well, it looks like the weights are going to have to be removed. That's a good thing. Still heavy where the weight is. There's two weights here. That's very close. Let's see if I can. Wow, that tire looks like it runs really true. That's excellent. Now let's put this back on the flyer and then do the next oil. Second verse, same as the first. Rotation. There it goes. Okay, it goes on this way. Okay. I would say soap helped that a whole bunch. Holy cow. Hopefully I didn't damage the inner tube. Well, let's go see if it balances. Now that balances about like what you'd expect, that heavy at the valve stem. Previously, they were not like that. I guess the tires were really poorly made. Oh, wow. That one runs extremely true. Let's give this thing a try. Wow, beautiful weather. It's about 70 degrees. No humidity, sunny. Unusual. All right, here we go. Heck yeah, beautiful. Those knobby tires on the front were definitely a problem. Much smoother. Now all I got to do is order the 2 back tires and put them on. Boy, those are a pain to put on, but man, that's nice. Anyway, that about wraps it up for today. Thanks for joining me. Be sure and subscribe and ring that bell.